All right, Patreon. So I'm here waiting in the parking lot, and I figured this would be a good time to make a video. One of the things that happened actually today, I was doing a private lesson for a guy who wanted to learn more about knife, both offensively and defensively. And he said something to me that I guess as a firearms instructor, since this is the world I live in and the things that I do all the time, I kind of take these for granted. And if you guys have watched my videos, you know that I always say at arm's reach distance that I would take a knife over a gun. And I think that some people kind of just play that off, or maybe they kind of get it, but not really. And maybe we'll do a video, I'll show you some action stuff to really get this to kind of set home for you. But here's the deal. Here's the thing I need you guys to wrap your mind around. Realistically, I'm not talking about the movies, I'm not talking about, YouTube, I'm talking about real life. If an assailant, okay, who is, for whatever reason has targeted you specifically, has a knife, you are going, here it is, ready? You're going to fight them open hand. That means they have a knife. I don't care if you've got 10 knives, machine gun, it doesn't make any difference. Unless they're physically in your hand, you're fighting them open-handed. Yeah, that's called real life. That's called reality. And so this is a little test you can run it yourself at home. I don't care who it is. Wife, girlfriend, mother, brother, sister. It doesn't matter. Friend. They can hold a rolled up piece of paper for all I care. I don't care. If you have a training knife, great. Okay? Be arm's distance away from them. All right? Put your fake gun in your waistband, or take the slide off your real gun so you just have the frame. Put that in your holster, whatever it is, okay? And then at their choosing, they're going to try to stab you with it. And what you're going to do is draw your gun, okay? I don't care if the person is 100 years old. They're going to beat you. I mean, by a huge margin. Not only are they going to be able to stab you once, multiple times before you get your gun out. Action is always faster than reaction. So you guys... You played probably that hand slap game as a kid where the person puts their hands on top and then you move, right? And you always win, or you should at least. Another one is you can roll a piece of paper on a table, put the other person's hand below yours, okay? You're going to be on top, so they're closer to the paper. When you go to move your hand down to grab that paper, they're going to try to grab it. And you're going to beat them every time. Because you're super ninjas. No, because reaction is always faster. Action is always faster than reaction. So what I'm trying to get across to you is to get the gun, to get the knife, you're first going to have to deal with what is the imminent, immediate threat, and that is the knife that the person has. All right? I don't know if maybe I blew some minds there. If a guy comes up to me with a knife, I have to deal with it open-handed. There's no way I can get to my knife or my gun. I don't care what appendix, not appendix, whatever you carry, whatever position it is, you are never going to beat them. Ever. Never, ever. I'm not talking about 7 yards. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about if you are targeted and that person comes up to you and they have a knife, you better be willing to and able to deal with that knife with open hands. Because your job is to protect yourself from that initial attack, and then either create enough space for you to get to another weapon or your gun or whatever it is, or end it right there. But try to get that concept, and I think we're definitely going to do a video on this to kind of show this. You have to be able to deal with that situation open-handed. You have no time to get to a weapon. It will never happen. And you're actually going to be shocked if you actually do this with somebody, your friend or whatever, how far away they can be, still come up and get you even though you know it's coming. All right, that 21, by the way, that 7-yard 21 deal, that was kind of the industry standard for so long. We're talking about someone who is just minding their own business. You're picking out fruit in the grocery store, and at 7 yards away, someone decides to run over and stab you, or whatever they're going to do, okay? Yeah, first of all, if you know it's coming, you could probably get a gun out within 7 yards, but you know it's coming. It's a training drill, which is not real. Even if someone's running towards you, are you going to pull your gun out? I hope not. Think about it. If some guy's running in a grocery store, how do you know he's not running outside because his kid got loose or whatever? You're not going to start shooting the guy. You need to make sure this guy's a credible threat to you personally or whatever, or he's going to do some damage to you. So think about it. You got to take all these things into context. So by the time that we recognize that someone's running, now they're running at us, and they have a weapon or something they're going to do serious bodily harm to us, then we go to draw our gun. It's too late. 7 yards, close that, no problem. Okay? But this isn't about 7 yards. This is about realistic self-defense. And I need you guys to get your minds around the fact that if someone does have a bat, knife, gun, whatever the case is, at close distance, you are fighting them open-handed. That's because that's as fast as you can go. You're reacting to the situation, and you better be able to deal with it. Hopefully that was a little eye-opener, shed some light on the situation. As always, guys, feel free to ask any questions. You want to throw something up there, we'll discuss it, whatever the case is. We'll probably do a follow-up video on this. Until next time, remember, it's always better judged by 12 than carried by 6.